So today we are into the very core issue, because daily I am getting phone calls. If you think about my working hours, if I work for 8 hours, 4 to 5 hours, I am getting calls. I am missing the calls also. Because ever since we launched the program called ISDAthon 2023, it's a sequel of ISDAthon 2022, which held Goa last year. And right now, every learned dentist understood the issues, and they are very much supportive of this ISDAthon program. But the problem is they are a little bit confused about the whatever the certification they possess regarding their upskilled discipline. For example, when I am calling upskilling, there is a problem here. When upskilling, you are going one step ahead of your existing skill. For example, if you are a general dentist, when you are joining an MDS prostho, for example, you are upskilling your prosthodontic skill. There is no issues. But when you are upskilling into a discipline wherein it is not yet streamlined by the government or not yet generalized by any discipline, so when you are upskilling, there is an issue. They question your authenticity. They question you are really upskilled or simply pretending to be upskilled person. So the condition is awkward now. Like I have seen recently an association belonging to dermat community. They have mentioned in their website, and also they have opened some Facebook pages also. They call, other than the dermatologists, whoever they are presuming as if they are crossing their domain, they are calling them as quacks. But I am quite surprising, how come an association will call the other people, qualified people, as quacks, and nobody is questioning. In fact, when those people raise the allegation to various other organizations, including the council, for example, let us openly discuss, even they organize a campaign against the dentists who practice cosmetic practice. When they approach dental council, and dental council, there is no hesitation, they simply send the notice. They are asking the dentist, the particular dentist who is practicing the discipline, saying that, how are you practicing? You should not practice. You should practice only the 9 discipline. Fair enough. But my question is, when I was 21 years old, I come out of the dental college, for example. So how come a council which is serving the community, serving the humanity, will tell me after 21 years you don't learn anything? How would you say that after 21 years remaining lifetime you should not get more skills? You should do only the scaling, filling, drilling, plucking, and you should not do other things. Then what about people are doing some property business, they are doing some travel agency, they are doing with another business. One of my friends opened a mechanic shop also. So how come a council will be omnipotent? It will decide about my future. That is my general question. Secondly, how the government is allowing a particular association, giving that courage and their ability to call others as quacks. So these are all the questions. We have done a lot of research in that. We have come out with various doubts. Like you also, we have approached with various doubts with the legal fraternity, because I myself a student of law. So it was not a difficult one for me to understand the things. So I am going to share with you all those informations I have gathered. So first of all, nowadays, after BDS, we look for some upskilling. We look for some seniors, some professors, which we worship basically. Go and learn with them certain skills. That is totally a private affair. Nobody can say go and learn or not to learn. But DCA in 2018, they have released a notification. You can note down whenever I am saying DCA notification, you search and get it yourself. If you could not, you approach me, I will give you a copy, because we have a lot of copies. So if we show copies and all in the screen, then you will be diverted. So I want to, I am very clear, I should speak, you should listen, you can interact also. I will not show any slides. So it is not a classroom. It's basically, you think is it the program, today's program, as a you are watching a TV and just you relaxedly sit and listen. Then only it will go to your mind. So whenever I am going to learn about, for example, rotary endodontics, I am going to my professor, my favorable teacher, and I am learning. Nobody can stop me. But the problem comes when he issues a certificate. That is a problem. When the particular mentor misuse me a certificate, when I am using the certificate in my clinic, in my reception, DCI opposes. And I am also supporting it, because if you allow these kind of multiple certifications in the same fraternity, then there will be a lot of confusions among the dentists. So I will be close to some professor. I may get 3-4 certificates. You may get 4-5 certificates. So it will be flooded. The certification will be flooded in the market. And how come the patients will see who are you? Because there are many people after completing BDS also, they call themselves like implantologists nowadays. And they can call themselves various other, for example, they have done some ortho course also, they will say orthodontist. So there is a confusion. So I reasonably agree that if you are a dentist, if you are practicing in the 9 disciplines inside dentistry, you should put any qualification approved by DCI only. I am 100% agreeing with that. And I, for backing that, for the legal purpose, I am saying there is a notification. You go and check. In 2018, it was signed by Under Secretary of DCI that you should not issue a certificate. And it is also part of Dental Council of Act 1948, wherein a dentist cannot certify another dentist. This is one picture. I am with the Dental Council. But when I am learning some other thing which is not coming under Dental Council, what is the problem? I am learning and practicing wherein there is no regulation, like the cosmetic procedures. So in the cosmetic procedures, I go to XYZ academy or institute. When I am learning certain skills, I am putting those skills in my qualifications. What is the problem? There is a big problem. Because earlier also we can say, okay, he had learned some dental skills under some senior, we can just pass on. But when I am having the cosmetic skills, which is unregulated till date in the government, not only India, many countries are still trying to regulate, but it could not be regulated. That is another story. Because the industry is not with totally with the medical fraternity. The industry is with non-medical fraternity, if you compare. And the corporates, basically the material suppliers, basically the cosmeceutical and pharmaceutical companies, and maybe cross-border equipment companies, corporates. So it's very hard to regulate. But when I am a dentist and I am going to some institute academy, I am asking you straight away, am I eligible to put that qualification? Type yes or no. Because now I am discussing about out of the dentistry. I am a dentist, I am a qualified dentist, I am practicing my dental discipline. All 9 disciplines I am able to practice. But when I am doing a practice which is not covered by Dental Council and I am practicing, Dental Council will come once the complaint goes to Dental Council. So my question with you is it right or wrong? Can I put the qualification in my, I am not talking about learning the things. When I am declaring the qualification in my clinic, in my visiting card, in my letterhead, in my signboard, is it yes or no? I want your answers. Yes or no? So Dr. Jyoti says yes. Dr. Sthiti says yes. So your conscience says nothing wrong, we can put the qualification. So I am putting an hypothetical question to you. I am going to a place wherein these kind of certificates are sold out for 300 rupees, 400 rupees. The so-called cosmetic certificates in Mumbai region, they are selling it for 350 rupees, 500 rupees. And in the certificate, it is written National Board Vocational something, National Vocational Board, or international. They are writing international. And the same certificate, if I see in the down, there are many logos. I can count, including the MSME registration, including GST registration, including that government emblem. And also there are some emblem. I was joking with one of my friends, even the MTNL bill also, that logo also there. And there are some other logos which related to ISO certification. When I am claiming all these certification, don't you think my hard-earned degree called BDS or MDS also in stake when the public seeing these certificates in my clinic, in my reception? Type yes or no. I am not commenting about going and learning new skills under cosmetic, trichologic, all these procedures, all the emerging disciplines wherein there is no regulation. But what if I am having those certifications, later I come to know those certifications are purchased from a bulk certificate seller and the so-called affiliated institutes. There is no such affiliation, but they claim. And those certificates I am hanging, and those certificates are caught by the dermats, and using that evidence, if they file a case against a dentist, how we can go and prove in the court, because court is a totally a neutral body, that party, they won't listen to you whether you possess the skill or not, but that certification will give you the impression that you are part of that larger scam. So tell me yes or no, so that I will give you the solution today, because today's meeting is very clear how to project this extra disciplines whenever you are going for the upskilling or cross-skilling purpose, how to overcome when your right to practice is infringed. Dr. Priya, you are saying yes for what? You are saying you are agreeing me, or can someone, in fact, I confused after seeing all yes only there you are typing. What the question is, to keep such pirated certificates in your clinic? Yes, Dr. Amandeep, yes, we should not agree with the contention by the dentists who possess those certificates, because see, you may or you may not be knowing, when there was a dental council notice issued to 5 dentists from Coimbatore South, Tamil Nadu, that immediately we are the first people to organize a webinar like this and clarified regarding this right to practice all these things, and the so-called mentors, institutes, academies went silent mode, because you cannot go and do course correction in past, because we don't have any time machine. We cannot go back and do course correction. So that's what I have given the offer to all the mentors, all the academies, all the institutes. Whatever you have done in the past out of ignorance and all, right now there is a chance you can rectify those things. How? It can be easily rectified. If you leave your ego, you can easily rectify. How? Because you can see certain laptops and certain iPhones, the company, without seeing the ego, they retrieved. Even I have seen there are many companies, very reputed companies, they won't mind in procuring back their own products if they find some fault. So why don't the so-called mentors, institutes and academies, they can go back to their students and tell them, look, when we were in the new professions, when it is in the grooming stage, we have issued certain certificates which we were not also not judge their authenticity. Right now we come to know. So let us return those certificates and get new certificates after approaching Coctracy, because Coctracy is now very much available. The Council for Cosmetology, Trichology, Regenerative Aesthetic Science of India, in the true letter and spirit, as a council, it's already functioning. It's already more than 1 year over, and before Coctracy it was CCAS. So the main agenda of the Coctracy is to properly certify those talented people. Either they can join as a fresh candidate also, or they can exchange their old certificates after some verification. They can switch over to Coctracy. There is a opportunity. It was given. So last year also many people came to Goa, Icedathon. There more than 250 people. After the event also people keep coming from other institutes, because it's nothing wrong. There is no egoistic approach here, because Coctracy is for all. Those who have enrolled with Coctracy or with some other person, even the mentor you have trained yourself under whom, they are also should come to Coctracy only if any of their personal fundamental right to practice is infringed. Listen to me carefully. because you have right to practice, provided that right to practice is curtailed with reasonable restrictions. So what the dermats are saying, you are making quackery because you pretend to be a dermatologist. I'm not going deeper into your own case, but they generally. So when the complaint goes, first thing you have to produce in the court or the inquiry officer or even in the dental council is your certification. So they will definitely ask what kind of certification you are holding. Who is the issuing authority? Who is the signatory? Is there any relation between the signatory and issuing authority? Is this certificate is valid? How the certificate is being procured? Because there is a lot of scam available in the market. In fact, many people approaching our known people also take our affiliation. You pay this much. Per certificate, you pay 450 rupees, 500 rupees. All this vacational board wala. All this national vacational. What vacation doing in the medical industry, I simply don't understand. Even the electrician, plumber, or this technical people, they are also nowadays not taking such certificates. Because the moment you see the certificate, you will make up. There are multiple logos. Certificate full of logos only. And whatever they play with the words, approved by government, registered with the government, state government, central government. Because whenever you go to a government, register for GST, they are giving some document. Is it equivalent to approved by government? See, whether it is approved by government, not approved, that is also I can leave. But what process they are following? Where is the proof you have gone for the training? You can overnight purchase the certificate, pay the amount, get the certificate by courier. That is also facility available. So how dare you are hanging those certificates? Are not you creating nuisance in the dental community? Because it will be injuring entire dental community in terms of upskilling. So this is high time we have to retrospect whatever certificate we do have. Maybe you may be trained enough, but what you are possessing. So before going to that analysis, I am asking you, what is the difference between a council and association? Council versus association. What is the difference? If you are writing one-liner, I will be happy. I will happy to read. It's very much required. Being a member of Dental Council of India, you should know what is the and also you may be part of IDA also, majority of you. What is the difference between association and council? I want to know from you, so that you will understand how dangerous to possess these kind of vocational, and many institutes, they are starting with international. I will come later. It's very funny thing to listen what is international. So Dr. Amandeep says council is government approved. Okay. You are just going with technicalities. Whenever I am asking a question, I don't expect legal explanation from you. Generally speaking, see, take it from me. You can note down, listen to me carefully. Council means council is better than association. This is a comparison. Very good, clever. So association is something like formation or something. Council is government approved. Council is one that regulates. Council means governing. Okay, not bad. Okay. So very simple definition, simple explanation. You take it for your life, this explanation. Association means it blindly protects its members. I am repeating. Association means it blindly protects its members. Council means it protects the public. You see the difference? If somebody going to the dental council, if you have done wrong, dental council will not protect you. At least theoretically. I don't think any person punished so far by dental council. But worldwide, the meaning is council means it is working for the society, the public. So even the member is doing some wrong, the council won't mind pointing out. But association, on the other hand, you might be seeing a lot of residents welfare associations in your apartments. So why they are making the association? To protect its own members. When it is compared with the other apartments residents welfare association, your association will protect you, the other association will protect them. So association need not be for the non-members. So right now you tell me, when we talk about this cosmetic practice, you are coming out with some academy or institute. I will come later, the explanation. So those certificates are, when you are being questioned about that qualification, so where is the council system to give you the judgment? The judge will ask, call your counsel. I want to know whether you have done a right treatment or wrong treatment. Whom do you will call? If your dental counsel will say it's not our cup of tea, we never told them to practice all this stuff. So calling dental counsel is more damaging to you. So it's for ideology. Ideologically speaking, where is the neutral body with set of bylaws, with set of rules, regulations, set of protocols? So where is such organization which will give you a report against you, for you, protecting you to the person who is taking up the matter? It may be a civil case, it may be a criminal case, it may be a government officer, it may be a health inspector, or he may be some official appointed by someone suddenly visiting your clinic, or he may be a patient also. Even if patient asks you, how will you evade them? So where is the counsel? Without counsel, how would you practice? Keeping that purchased certificate. I am not questioning that your talent. Procedure, you are part of India, Indian citizenship. So we have to abide by the law. So I am coming to, so I have defined what is council, what is association. So in cosmetic industry, we had council first, that is coctracy, and we have now association also, DFASIA. So every state we have both the things now. So what is the problem? What is the problem in joining DFASIA? So if you are joining DFASIA, if you are not yet joined DFASIA, right now you can join. I am giving you, those who are all coming here, only I am giving this opportunity for 6 months. I am giving it entirely free for joining a DFASIA, so that after that you come to know. So let me give that link. Everyone go and join. If you have time, join. Otherwise, you just cut and paste and keep. Immediately after the today's meeting over, you go and join. There is no fee payable. It's free for those who have joined here today in this event, because we are here to regulate lot many things. So your cooperation is very much necessary. So as I told, DFASIA will be taking you as a member. It is not giving you any right to practice. Think about, you just compare with IDA. Simply joining IDA, if IDA is giving membership open to all, any practitioners, non-dentist also, if IDA is saying, okay, you can also become IDA member, that doesn't mean they have given you registration number to practice. So remember, taking membership with DFASIA is just to say you are a member, so that if any untoward incident happens, you can mobilize yourself, mobilize the crowd for you. For example, somebody fabricated a case against you. Definitely, as an association, we will be with you, but we will not guarantee that you are possessing the right to practice, or you are knowing how to practice all this, any discipline other than the dentistry. So any dentist can become DFASIA, only dentist can become. That is also I am making it clear. So I am coming to the coctracy, the council. The council memberships cannot be given just like that. You have to agree with certain rules, regulations, disciplines. So what we are going to do is, we are conducting ISDAthon 2023 this year at Chennai, Mahabalipuram and Pondicherry. So when you come to that event, that coctracy lifetime membership, you can avail free under certain variant. So I can explain you if you want what are the various variants available to take part in the event. So that is about coctracy. Now I am coming back to what is academy, what is institute, what is a college, what is university. Just write about academy. What is an academy? Write in the chat box. What do you mean by an academy? Is it necessarily a authoritative body to issue a certificate? Is it adequate body to issue you a license to practice? What do you mean by an academy? Because nowadays I could see academy of so and so, they are giving training for cosmetic procedures, Botox, fillers. They teach, because we are talking about the burning issue only. What is an academy? Just type in the chat box. Inadequate body just for training without any recognition or affiliation. Wonderful definition. So you people are learning the law also nowadays. School for special training. Okay, not bad. Any other interesting replies? What do you mean by academy? So let me take a note of it. Academy can be in both the ways. Like it may be a tuition center, a loose a terminology I'm saying as a tuition center, or when the academy is formed by a body, government body, then it is a subsidiary teaching system. For example, there are many people, they may, after their graduation, they join IAS Academy, IPS Academy, or UPSC Academy. So it's a tuition only, it's a coaching only. But when the same person clearing the UPSC exam, after that, they go to another academy. That academy is for the post selection training. And there are some academies in service training. When the employee approved by government, appointed by government, they can go to the academies. So academy means a coaching or tuition service wherein it's not a formal university or college. So it's clear what is an academy. You tell me, after completing your BDS or MDS, you are joining many academies for cosmetic, aesthetics, trichologic, all these procedures. Have you ever checked those academies are tuition centers or approved or affiliated with any formal institutions? Nobody checked. That is the problem. You hang those certificates along with your BDS or MDS. Don't you think that will create suspiciousness upon your earned degree? How come you are hanging? You are attending a conference, seminar, workshop is different. You can fill your walls with those certificates. But when you are putting your qualification, your name, Dr. So-and-so, and putting BDS or MDS, and then you are putting those academic qualifications. Academic qualification, not academic. So those academy may give any kind of qualification. Why I am calling it as not only informal but inappropriate, it is legal observation. Why? Because the person who is issuing those certificates is the owner of the academy. So the owner of the academy will issue such certificate taking the fees from you. Where is the scrutiny? They will not refuse. No, I will not issue the certificate. Then you will ask the refund. So those certifications are inappropriate. And this is prohibited by Dental Council of India. Now you understand why Dental Council of India is shouting at every of such qualifications. Because it is wrong. Those qualifications, why it is wrong? Because, listen to me carefully, why it is wrong? Because public will be under the impression those qualifications are on par with Dental Council, and they may think that qualifications were given by the Dental Council. That's why Dental Council again and again declaring those qualifications you should not put, and also issuing such qualification also wrong, receiving the qualification also wrong. So this is about academy. Come to the institutes. You might have now academy, when I am saying academy is inappropriate, you can imagine I am not pinching any academies in the domain, in the outer domain, because they might not be knowing the legality. So you have to go and tell them, see, your academy, whenever you are using academy, it is approved by whom? When you are giving the, first you take the model certificate. If it is their academy so-and-so, you have to ask them, who is the signatory? Who is the authority? Who is issuing authority? Under which banner? Under which board? Again, I will come to one more scam going on, board. See, for example, now I am coming to the institution, academy over. So what is institution? Type in the chat box. What do you mean by institute? What do you mean by institute? Because there are many institute available in the market. Whatever the institute, it starts with I. So what do you mean by institute? Just type in the chat box. What do you mean by institute? As I told, academy cannot be the direct authoritative teaching center. It should be a subsidiary under government, or it may be a coaching or tuition. So likewise, what do you think? What is an institute? There is a difference. That's why I'm asking. Because every word has meaning. It's not like, it's a casual terminologies. I will give you an example also for each explanation. So Dr. Stuti says place for training may or may not be organization for a particular purpose. Place for training may or may not be authorized or regulated. So there is a difference. Listen to me carefully. For example, All India Institute of Medical Sciences, that is an institute. It is country's premier medical organization in India. And there is an institute for CAs, Chartered Accountants. That is an institute. So the institute may be a direct training center of the authorities directly. Academy is not. The institute, academy is a subsidiary, but here in institute, when I say, it can be direct authority, it can derive direct authority, or it may be affiliated to a university as a college. So in one way, institute can be equated with a college. It can be interchangeably used, and it can be, there are certain institutes which derive authority directly from the government or government authorities. So again, you are joining various institutes, institute for cosmetic training. Have you ever checked under whose authority, under which organization that institute exists? Have you ever checked? Suddenly you get the certificate in the last day of the training. Somebody issuing a certificate. Okay, institute given. I have now qualified cosmetologist. That is wrong. So I have unearthed a lot of institutes. They are fooling the people. Like they have declared certain institutes. Like I am not taking any name, XYZ Institute for Cosmetology. They themselves created a association, and they are saying it is approved by that association. Or they may have some bulk purchase of some degrees or diplomas or certification programs from foreign university, particularly from German, Sweden, Iran, and other foreign countries. So those countries, they are having certain in their universities. If you go and do a homework in those universities, they may be running a course in hotel management. They may be running a course in travel agency, that they may be running some course in some continuing professional education, some arts, science background people. So those universities don't have any role for certification, because they made some MOU and brought here, and here they don't have any control. So that is why they are going for another association. That association, see, association in India can be created by any 7 people in 7 different states. You can also go and create an association. The total expenditure for creating association is not more than 10,000 rupees. So think about how you are being sidelined by this careful, deliberate plan of these things. But I am not against those people. They may be teaching you, they may be giving you the skill, you may be taking bread and butter using them, but they are not careful about your certification process. So that is being problem now. That is the problem in the industry now. That is why the dentist may lose the right to practice in these emerging disciplines because of these foolish certificates. I am not saying you have to tear away the certificate and you have to leave practice. What I am saying, you bring it to the notice of the issuer. Whoever issued you the certificate, go and ask them. This certification tomorrow is being called by the enforcement agent, any government agency, any inspection, even DC asks, can I show? You will be coming for the verification. Just to check or write an email to that whoever issued the certificate. This certification is valid for hanging in my clinic. Unfortunately, shockingly, you will get the reply. They will say, you cannot hang this. That is the news. I am confirmed and saying to you, because they don't want to be in any trouble. They don't want to be in any headache for roaming around you. So you understand what is the difference between academy and institute? Now I am coming to the qualifications. What are all the qualifications you can admit after your BDS or MDS? Now, whenever you have a qualification, now so far so clear, just type yes or no in the chat box. Otherwise, some doubt means we will clear here. We have discussed about what is the council, what is an association, what is institute, what is academy, how to project your qualifications. We have discussed so far. So right now, I am going to give you a very clear insight. What are all the qualifications a dentist, qualified dentist should suffix? Because very simple, it is very simple. Whenever you have written in your after your name BDS or MDS, apart from that, if you want to write anything in the same row, in the same short format, like you are not writing Bachelor of Dental Surgery, you are writing short form. So whenever you are using a short form like PGD, PG diploma, all these things, you have to stick to university granted diplomas. What is university granted? Because you might be BDS in some university and it will be approved by Dental Council of India. So you are writing BDS and MDS. So similar way for PG diploma also, Dental Council has approved, I think 3 PG diplomas so far. I don't know whether they are running right now or not. One is in endo, the other one is in ortho, and the third one is in implant. So only these 3 you can use the terminology called PG diploma in. Other than that, if you write, for example, some people are passionate about doing MBA, MPH, all these things. So MPH you can write because it's a universally agreed short form. It's an abbreviation. And whenever you are writing MBA also, it is university granted. No need to write anything within the bracket. Other than that, when you are writing other PG diplomas, you have to write within the bracket what is what. And you have to check with that issuer, the institute or academy, show me the approval or authority for your PG diploma course. So as long as I am simplifying you, there is no such PG diploma available in cosmetology. Somebody saying PG diploma in clinical cosmetology. Who gave that short form? So this may be turned against you. You are doing quackery. I am not saying this is the charge. Probably you may come out also. You are not intentive to do any quackery. But the charge you are getting easily is whenever you are putting this kind of PG, DCCC, whatever the terminology. Because what is the charge upon you is, listen to me carefully, they are saying you are deceiving the patient. You are deceiving the patient, saying that you have done certain qualifications in the dental council only. You are giving that impression because you didn't say within bracket, it is not approved by DC. You are not writing. You are simply writing in the flow. So that is the problem. So what are all the qualifications you can have reasonably without creating confusion, without creating any, without deceiving the patients or public is, being a doctor, there is a very, very safe qualification or status you can rely on that I am coming later. Before that, I want to ask you, what do you mean by fellowship? Just type in the chat box. What do you mean by fellowship? So far we have explained what is the qualifications, BDS, MDS, then PG diploma, PG certification, how to put, why to not to put, and how to inquire about an academy, association, and other institutes. Now tell me, what do you mean by fellowship? You can easily write in a one-liner. I have told to many people in many webinars like this. It's very easy to define a fellowship. I am ready to type. I'm ready to type in the chat box also. You can easily, whatever I am giving the information, you can check with Google or your homework. So fellowship, there are 3 kinds of fellowships. There are 3 kinds of fellowships. So the first one is PhD. PhD is called a fellowship only. The second one is whenever you are getting funding from government or private agency, that is also called fellowship. Suppose you are getting funding from German lab to go and do research, you will say to your friend, what? I have got fellowship from Germany. That means what? You have got the funding. So the third one is what I am mentioning here. Third one is your upskilling and cross-skilling in a sub-discipline wherein no formal PG available. So where will you go and learn all this? Nobody can stop it. You tell me where it is available, we will go and join. There is no such course available in the formal system. There is no MD, there is no MDS, there is no MS, there is no PG diploma anywhere in the government institutions, or for that matter approved by medical council or dental council or any other council. So there you can do a fellowship under that. Note the point, where you have to do that fellowship, that upskilling or cross-skilling is sub-discipline where PG not available, but where you have to go do, there should be a permanent organization approved by government. You cannot go and do with private limited company fellowship. I will tell you, I will give you the reason why. For example, if you are doing a fellowship under private limited company, what will happen? You are paying something and they are commercial transaction. They are doing commercial transaction, and there should be a body which is able to pronounce the protocol, rules, regulations, your bylaws, and manual of your procedures. There should be a permanent think tank. And if XYZ person in the position, if he moves out, some other person will come, but the office will be remaining, and they will be having kind of membership relation with you. You have to go and renew your membership. You have to go and listen to them. Tomorrow, if anything happens to you, they will be called by any person, any authority, whether they are your fellow. What they are doing is the thing under your bylaw, your protocol. So all these headaches will come in future. So for that, the council should be there with you. Think about the institute or academy. Once they issue the certificate, nothing is having a connection other than the alumni status. So your academy or institute will never be called upon by any government or court or any inquiry body. Why? Because they themselves know you have attended and you have disconnected the connection now. But council is not, as I told. Now you tell me, I have already explained to you what is the difference between council and association. Let me define what is council. I didn't do so far. So I am going to define council. What is council? Council means in a common terminology, set of seniors in the profession. Council means, in common terminology, set of seniors in the profession setting the trends for the juniors. I will explain that the namology also. Take it from me. You take dental council, what they are doing, they prescribe the syllabus, they say what to do, what not to do. So the juniors joining, getting the culture, getting the manual, getting the protocol, and passing on. So it's an ongoing process. So this kind of bodies can only issue a fellowship, not the institute, not the academy. Even university cannot issue a fellowship in the third category I have mentioned, in the sub-discipline. So university fellowship is nothing but PhD only. And if you are getting any funding, you can call it fellowship. But what do you mean by fellowship in cosmetology, fellowship in clinical trichology? That means there should be a permanent body having set of rules, regulations that should be approved by government, or with the knowledge of government, it should be functioning. It should be having office bearers. They set the protocol. They conduct the conferences, seminars. They conduct hands-on trainings, and they conduct continuing medical education, continuing cosmetic education, continuing trichology education. So that is why the ISDA-thon, getting the mandate of all the councils, you know very well all the councils, what I mean to say. So this ISDA-thon, a-thon means continuing process. So it is CME, just like a CME program. ICED means International Conference on Emerging Disciplines. So right now you tell me, when you get the understanding, what do you mean by council? Dental Council also released a notification very recently. They have told no university can issue a fellowship. They are right. Because once the university issues the fellowship signed by the Vice Chancellor or Pro Chancellor of the university or Registrar of the university, you take that document, you hang in your clinic. After that, you least bother about the signatory. But at the same time, when you get the fellowship from a council, you are bothering about that certificate then and there, because you are bound to listen to the signatories. That is the difference between fellowship and PG diploma and other degrees. So far, so clear? Type yes or no in the chat box, because I have only 3 minutes, because I have made a formula that any webinar should not exceed 1 hour. So right now, fastly, you can mark your attendance so that all you people who have attended today will be having certain, definitely certain benefits. Our people will reach and give you the benefit, because upcoming ISDA-thon 2023 is on head. So daily we are solving the queries. Many people are bringing their certificates. Sir, is this certificate valid? I told, whatever certificate you possess, come and now get the new one. New one in the sense. So I need your name and your phone number in the chat box, so that we can also give you something which is in our hand. We can give. I have already given 6 months free DFASIA membership. So this is not for profit. I am not taking any monetary benefit by conducting these eye openers. Only benefit I am getting is the dental community should not lose any new disciplines because of the foolishness of, or because of the selfish mentors or illegal institutes or unauthorized or academies. We should not lose any right, because we have right to practice under Indian Constitution, under Fundamental Right 19E. You have right to practice, means provided if you have the knowledge. And before concluding, I have 1 minute left. I am telling you, there is no rule in the world, in the country, in the professional life, you should be an expert to practice. You should possess only the average knowledge. And tell me one thing, where is the proof that you are possessing that average knowledge? That is crucial. So the proof is, join with a council status organization. Don't join an association. That is not enough. For fighting, protest, prayer, petitioning, association will help. But you want to derive the authority, means you should go with the council system. So in the council means set of seniors will be there. They will guide you. They will set the protocol. So whenever the problem comes, the court will observe this. Are you part of some council? It's very simple thing. Why many people are not understanding? I don't know. You go to any movie industry also. If you want to act in a movie, they will ask your council membership. Otherwise, they will not allow you. Tomorrow you will act in a movie, or tomorrow you will make a movie, and after that, without settling the salary of the workers, you will go to another movie. They will come and lock the movie. First movie. You might have read in newspapers. The council, the producer council, the director council. So the council system, it gets its origin straight away from before even British came to India. By the time it is called guild system, GUILD, guild system. You can search in the net what is guild system. During the Mughals period itself, there is a guild system. They take care of the professions. Like there will be a like who makes the jewelry. That is a profession, minute profession. There is a guild system. There is a guild for making those minute works. So you should be a member of that. Otherwise, they won't agree. But here only I am surprising to say, go to some tuition center, learn something. Tomorrow you adjoin to that so-called qualification with your BDS or MDS, and you start claiming you are a cosmetologist. It's highly danger. It's that much danger that if law it takes its own course, then nobody can save. So thanks for joining. So whoever interested can give their mobile numbers with their names, mark your attendance, so that we may contact you in future, or we may give some offers, discounts in various programs we are doing. So just before leaving, type in the chat box, how many of you knowing what is ISDAthon, when it is happening, what is the procedure to enroll all this? Just type yes or no in the chat box. I am giving the link. You can copy, paste, and go and explore. In ISDAthon event, if you choose platinum ticket, fellowship is free. 2.5 lakh worth fellowship is absolutely free. So make it in mind. Later you don't say I didn't know, because last year also after Goa event, many people called me. I don't have any clue. If would have been known earlier, I would have been the first person to register. So that's why we should not be blamed later. I am giving you the links. You go and explore. And more interestingly, we have the awards also, because awards are very much integral portion for your private branding. Think about, you are keeping an award issued in this big event by a VVIP, by a CM or governor of the state, or even president of the country. These kind of things, when you have and keep it in your, it's for lifetime. Last year, it's very happy to share with you, whoever come to Goa event, almost all people, whoever got the award, they are keeping their DP, that photo only, for 1 year now. They didn't change their DP. So this is very important. You should be very much careful and prestigious about your qualifications. I agree, you might have paid some amount to your mentor, but that doesn't mean if you have to put it in your qualification, in your letterhead, visiting card, in your Facebook profile, because later that can be used as an evidence against you. So better verify your qualification, and I am giving my number also. If you have any doubt regarding the legalities, you just get clarity. For example, many people used to ask, whenever you are sending any model certificate, just scribble your name and send, so that I can comment whether you can see I am basically from forensic background also, so I can verify the document, because document verification is integral portion of any inquiry today. It's taught in forensics. It's a basic science now. So whenever you are verifying something, it's easy to verify, because there are very fixed organizations in any democratic country. You can easily verify. Simply you are saying I am from Ceylon University, nobody is going to believe, because there is no such terminology right now available. Now the Ceylon has been changed into Sri Lanka. So there are many certificates in the market. Simply saying I am from German, I am from USA, that is not done. So I think whoever joined late can put their number, put their name in the chat box so that we can share the recording. There is no guarantee, but at least if you request, we are going to share the recording of today's meeting. So thanks for joining. Anybody having any queries? I am waiting for 1 more minute now. You can unmute and talk or type also. Any questions related to this right to practice in the cosmetic and other domains by the dentist? So Dr. Hama, you can get the recording. That is the only way. We cannot repeat 1 more hour. Definitely, we will send you the recordings. So what I am thinking, I will be frequently these kind of meetings, 9 o'clock as our regular time. So many people can come and listen, or you can bring those people having doubt also, so that let us build a strong, united dental community. I should not listen anymore from the various other professional counterparts that you people practice quackery, because it's definitely creating a nuisance in the dental community because of the foolishness, because of some procedural lapse. Why should we? So join ISDAthon, rectify your issues in the certifications, and better you don't use any qualifications which you are not sure of. So thanks for joining. Good night and goodbye. Thank you.